we use that pot of money that we make from selling coffee over the year to help projects happen down there. We wait for the projects to initiate down there, and they're usually things like potable water systems that a whole village wants, but they're organized around it and have been working on it and are willing to do the hard work of digging for the pipes and so on. And we'll work out a way for them to have a cooperative arrangements. That is one of the biggest things that we like to do, is that it initiates there, that the things are done cooperatively, and that it is something that they down there will learn to take care of if they build it. We've built schools, we've helped to build the water systems, which means health for a lot of people. Children are not dying as much, and people don't have the health problems that are associated with not having clean water. There's definitely been changes from that. We also have a scholarship program where we have committees down there who choose who needs the money most, who is a very good student who should go on to college for, or is it something that we can, that the Ometepinos can use if this person had that kind of training to come back to this, that sort of thing. There are a whole lot of different programs and projects we have going, but as I said, the most important thing to us is the person-to-person connections that have been initiated. One of the things that we do with young people especially is that every year there is a trip that takes students from Bainbridge Island to go to Ometepe, and it's usually in four towns. Lots of organizing that has to happen for them to go down there and live individually with families. We don't like two English-speaking people to live together in the same house. They have to practice their Spanish, learn to speak with people down there, and to live in their own house, eat their own food, do things with the families, and then there might be a community project that the whole group will do for the 2 weeks that they're down there. So, and that has really been a fabulous way to have people involved. Lots of young people especially get inspired by the time they have lived down there with families. They come back talking about my family, my brother, my sister. It's amazing how intense that experience is to go and visit people. And many have gone back to visit their families again. Lots of connections that keep going. That I think is the crux of that kind of connection. We've also organized trips where people are coming from down there to here. They have to choose who's going to come, but most of the time we've had exchanges up here. The organization has to pay for it because people down there can't afford the airfare or the time that they're here. Often they have to give up time at the farms or in the schools or wherever their work is, that they're making money and so on. So it's a lot of organizing. But we've had people from down there, and we've been concentrating a lot on the English-speaking teachers down there. The ones who are teaching English in the high schools have never been out of the country, have never heard a native speaker or been around native speakers of English. They come here, they'll live with families, go to the schools, and practice their English, and most have really appreciated coming up here and getting to know people and our lives here, the cultural differences, cultural similarities, and so on. Connecting with people here. I try not to tell people down there what I think of their government and what they've chosen. So it's, no, I won't make any statements about who the president is or what he is. We do talk to a lot of people, and we get the whole range of opinions about it. And I like that a lot more than being a solidarity group with the people who are making some of the social changes, which I agree with personally, but it's their country, their lives.
Questions? too. Do you have,
Yes.
do you have any plans of expanding the program to other parts of the country?
We get asked all the time to include other places. Ometepe is right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of isolated. It's also a very great agricultural land, and so it's not like Managua, big city or anything, which would have all kinds of street kids and a lot of poverty and a big magnet of people without work who are coming here and a lot of crime and so on. Ometepe has a lot saner way of life, as we say. But there are a lot of things that still need doing, and I think you just keep going deeper and deeper if you focus. And that's what sort of our philosophy has been, is to not get too scattered, too worldwide, too even countrywide. Although we do make an effort to connect with other solidarity groups or other people who are doing some, say, environmental tours or something, and have connections with say, one of the things we've connected with is a school outside of Managua that has works with deaf kids and are supporting for the first time ever some deaf children from Ometepe to go and live there, learn the sign language, and learn to go further in school and so on. So special needs. So in some ways we have connections, of course, with the other parts of the country, but we try to really focus on this one place that is, because it's community to community that we really want to emphasize and work on. This has been going on for about 15 years. A lot of these same children from 3rd grade on are thinking, planning ahead, and often we'll go into the Spanish classes at the high school so they can learn to speak Spanish, learn more, maybe go on one of these exchanges that we've got. So it's an ongoing thing for them. We've noticed that a lot. It seems to me that the biggest effects on the Bainbridge side have been that we see, because we're in an isolated place, very, in general, quite wealthy, very white, we are able to all expand our horizons of the world, not just in terms of how we can travel into these places, but we can maybe learn about some real situations, day-to-day stuff. I think that's the biggest and most important changes that are happening for those who are involved in the Bainbridge side of it, who host students, who will send students down there, who are buying the calendar, learning about Ometepe, who are bagging the coffee, sponsoring the student to have a scholarship to go to university, on and on and on. There are a lot of people involved, but there are a lot that are not too, so there's always work to do in teaching people about what all is going on. Buying coffee that they do from the local store is a good thing, but that's only one step towards all the things that are going on and that people could get involved in.